Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Sketch and Story. This is the clever game of sketching and storytelling that can weave fact or fantasy. This game supports ages 13 and up, and also 2 to 8 teams or individuals. The average play time will vary depending on, the number of players and how much you want to play this game. This is a very loose and open-ended game, which is really nice. This is going to be a quick component overview, not at all a full review. I've got a written review out there that I will be posting at the same time as this, so this is just to sort of complement the written portion. So I'm going to go ahead and just unbox this today and show you what you get. Now, my copy is the deluxe version of the game. There are 4 different versions listed on the game's official website, which I'll put in the link in the below description. So you can check out the different versions for yourself and see which one you would want to pick up should you want to, play this game for yourself. Here's a quick look at the rulebook. The game comes with 4 different ways to play: storytelling without scorekeeping, story singing without scorekeeping, storytelling with scorekeeping, and story singing with scorekeeping. So basically, you can sketch or sing with or without scorekeeping. It's up to you. This is the entire rule sheet here. There are variations on different ways to play. For example, if you're playing with 2 to 3 players, then each player will sketch an extra board. So rather than each player doing 1 sketch, each player will do 2 of them. So there's a way to sort of, make up for the fact that there's less people playing, which is kind of nice, because in games like Apples to Apples, if you're playing with 3 people and you've got 1 judge, it's very boring. Apples to Apples and other games like it, the more people that play them, typically, the more successful they are. In this case, there are ways around that, which is nice. There are other variations, like I said. Players can opt to increase the amount of time they get per round by flipping the sand timer multiple times. Here's a quick look at the different scenario cards. There's one for singing and one for sketching. Here are the scenarios here. Sketch and story wild cards. Anytime you see wild, that means that if you roll that number, which is a 2 in this case, then it's wild. That means you can pick whatever you want. It happened late at night. There's another wild, in the ocean depths, fairy tales, and so on. So there's a number of these cards. And then you've got these song ones. A Hunting We Will Go, The Ballad of Davy Crockett, House of the Rising Sun. Basically, these are all songs that are, real. Pop Goes the Weasel, New York, New York, and, so on. So there's song-related stuff and there's sketch-related stuff. If you want to incorporate both, why not? I mean, hey, it's that open-ended of a game. Here's a quick score sheet. You can just simply make a copy of this and then have extras on hand if you want to. This is a nice little note explaining the game's background, which is cool. There's some markers in here along with dice. So there's that. These are Integra. I think these are non-permanent markers, but don't quote me on it. I would assume they're non-permanent. There's dry erase in here too. Again, mine is the deluxe version of the game, so what you see here may not be what you get, depending on, what copy you order. Here's the sand timer. This is enough for 1 minute. There's more of these dry erase boards in here. There's 8 of them from the looks of it. And then you've got these really heavy-duty dry erase boards. I'll show you how thick they are here. Yeah, so they're about yay thick. So there you go. So what are you going to be doing in this game? Well, sort of like in Apples to Apples and other games like it, players will be taking turns as the announcer, and the announcer will pick a card from the deck and then roll dice to see what number comes up here, and that's the topic for that round. Then each player is given roughly 15 to 30 seconds to come up with an idea for their sketch. And then they're given 1 minute via the sand timer to sketch something. And then the announcer will compile all of these sketches into the middle of the table, and then the player to the right of the announcer, and then going clockwise, will be coming up with stories for all of these different boards. That's the general crux of it. And again, that's only for the 1 version. Again, if If we were doing the singing game, it'd be a little different. But for the most part, that's what you're going to be getting with this game. There's going to be a whole announcer deal, players sketching things, possibly even singing, depending on what mode you pick. I love that the game is very flexible. If players don't like singing, they can just stick to sketching, or vice versa, depending on what they want to do. So there you go, folks. That was just a quick look at the components in the box for Sketch and Story. Again, if you like what you see here, I'll put a review link in the below description, as well as the game's website in the below description. That way you can explore more and find out more about it and possibly purchase it for yourself. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.